Today I fucked up by forgetting how to dress myself for work. To preface, I work in a very formal, very fancy setting. Today as I got ready for work I was really distracted. After doing my hair and makeup I basically threw on my work pants and shirt, which are literally skin tight and an extremely thin material, and went on my way. As I walk in the door to my job, one of my co-workers greets me and starts talking to me as usual. Mid-conversation I reached up to brush some hair away on my chest. Suddenly I feel the back of my hand brush a nipple and think in passing, wow, what a thin bra. I don't remember being able to feel my whole nipple before, when in about 3 more seconds it dawns on me that actually I'm not feeling a bra at all. So mid-conversation with this co-worker, I'm smiling and nodding and I subtly start cupping my chest feeling for a bra, trying not to look down, as it then dawns on me that there's definitely absolutely nothing there. I immediately realized that I had just walked in, nipples fully out on display in this very tight thin shirt, talking to this co-worker in a very formal setting. I moved my hair over my chest and excused myself as casually as I could to find some tape, where I then taped my nipples for the first time in my life and stayed at work the whole night with all of my hair covering my chest, feeling basically naked. My only saving grace was that the shirt was black. Too long didn't read. I forgot to wear a bra to work and felt like I had stepped into one of those nightmares where you show up to school with no pants on. I nearly walked out of my house on the way to work without pants once. I made it to the door and had my lunch in my hand and everything. Looked down and saw no pants. I had socks and shoes, underwear, a shirt, just no pants. It probably will legit happen to me one day. I'll make it somewhere without pants and not realize it. In the 90s I stopped a woman in NYC on the street to tell her that she wasn't wearing a skirt. She looked down, then sprinted back the direction she had come from. Sometimes our fuck-ups are the little things that stand out. To make you feel better, I once had one of those front closing clasped bras pop open in meeting. Apparently with such force that each cup was basically under my armpit rather than it just kind of staying in place. I was on the receiving end of this. Boss's daughter was wearing a tight dress, and around her chest area it had a drawstring that crisscrossed, and mid-conversation the string snaps. I froze and tried to maintain eye contact and not make her die of embarrassment, but my console was as broken as that string. We just never bring it up, definitely for the best. It happens, but I think it's more hard on the person it's happening to than the people on the receiving end. I walked out of the midwife's unit with a boob out once. It was the first appointment out of the house postpartum and I was so stressed making sure all the baby stuff was packed again that I forgot to put the boob back in. I got to my car before I realized. I've seen this at work a lot, probably 4 to 5 times a year. The standout story was a patient in the ED who has presented for something minor. Cut on her arm, maybe needing sutures I think. I'd asked her to get changed into a gown and she said she might as well feed bubs while she was getting changed. No worries, pulled the curtain across and leave them to it. Got tied up with another job and didn't make it back for an hour. Pulled the curtain back and she was sitting in the bed top half naked and bubs in the stroller. I apologized and rushed to pull the curtain back in place. She was sitting in a very visible bed to the rest of the department, likely about 10 to 20 people saw it. She didn't really say anything, so I just prompted her to let me know when you're decent. I thought you'd finished by now. 5 minutes later I peeked in through the curtain and she's still sitting there, tits in the breeze. I asked her if she wouldn't mind putting the rest of her gown on and she gave me this look that made me feel her fatigue like a wave. Eyes lidded, blank face. Head slowly turns towards me and she responds, looks down. Then she just shrugged and said, oh well. From memory I'm pretty sure she grabbed the blanket and used that pretty ineffectively instead, and I conceded defeat while I fixed her wound up. Well, I'm glad you could get that off your chest. Today I fucked up by having rough sex and almost getting my dog put down. So, it happened some weeks ago and I'm still trying to process all this. I have a 50 pounds Labrador that is very friendly, but can become very aggressive when trying to protect me. I recently got my COVID vaccine, and invited my now ex-boyfriend to my house so we could watch some movies together and have some fun. After watching some anime, we started cuddling, and from that we decided to have sex. The thing is, I have a choking kink, and I get really horny when grabbed by the neck or getting my hair pulled. This day I was more horny than usual, and when he went missionary while grabbing my neck and choking me, I couldn't help but come, moaning very loudly. It startled my dog, that came running to the bed and started barking at my ex. He was almost coming, so he kept thrusting inside me while I moaned. This triggered my dog and made him leap over my ex, biting him right on the arm. We stopped and I tried to calm my dog, but he took a while to let go of my ex's arm, and when he did, I saw how bad it was. He got angry and threatened to slap my dog, but I told him to stop and explained that my lab was just trying to protect me. He did not like it at all, and started yelling about how he wanted to have my dog put down after that attack and how it was a risk to society. Told my ex to fuck off and he just dressed himself and flipped me off while leaving my house. He later texted me saying that I had to choose between he and my dog, so we broke up and I blocked him. Our common friend later told me that he even tried to call animal services to put my lab down, but they didn't answer, so for now my doggo is safe. Too long didn't read, my dog attacked my ex while he was choking me because he thought I was being attacked. He got angry and tried to call animal control and put my dog down. Note, English is my second language, so I'm sorry for any grammar mistakes that I may have made. Update, I'm already looking for a dog trainer for my pup, and got in contact with some in my area, who I'm gonna schedule after all this gets sorted out. Also, to you guys who are wishing harm on my dog, go fuck yourself, and that is pretty rude. In all honesty, this is a pretty big FU. He could probably press charges. I've dated a few girls who have had animals of every sort in the past, and they always locked their door or put their animals in their enclosures before anything intimate. They've all known that their animals can be protective, so they eliminate that problem before it happens. Hoping the best for you and your dog and your ex. Getting mauled by a dog is no joke. Looked at the title and immediately questioned how one lead to the other. Tilda, I definitely didn't think she was having rough sex with her dog Tilda. I read the title and I was like, I hope those two things aren't related too much. Honestly, lucky he doesn't call the police and press charges for being bitten anyway. Animal control can't do anything, but a lawyer can. Please, for the love of choke kink sex and your dog, close your fucking door so the doggo can't interrupt. Second this, just keep your pets out of the room when having sex. I feel like that's good advice for everyone, no matter how vanilla or kinky you like it. That's the most random title I've seen. Today I fucked up by getting my girlfriend a going away present. So a little backstory, both me and my girlfriend are in college and aren't going to see each other for the summer. Today is my last day in the city and she's also going back to her home country for around a month. When I woke up this morning she was at work, so I decided I wanted to surprise her with a photo of us displayed in a nice frame. I had it all planned out. I'd quickly go into town to one of those photo machines you plug your phone into, print out a few photos from my phone and then grab a frame. So that's exactly what I did. However, I couldn't get the stupid machine to work. I had to call over the nice old lady who worked at the store. It was a pharmacy, and she couldn't figure out the machine either. So she also called over a younger guy around my age, and finally we got it. They helped me set up and connect my phone to the machine and guided me through everything I needed to do on the machine, which was nice of them. These machines looked pretty old though, and took like 15 to 20 seconds to do anything. Now, what I didn't know, was that the machine pulls up all of your most recent photos on your camera roll on its huge screen, so you can select which ones to print out. Maybe the last 9 or so pictures on your camera roll could be seen on the machine's screen. And guess who had loads of nude pictures from a night of goodbye sex? Yummy. Not just nudes though, but really close-up pics of my GF's vag and asshole, me doing stuff to her, us making out, me fingering her, photos of me pulling her ass apart. Yeah, a whole lot of private stuff that I had put in the hidden area on my iPhone's photo album. I guess the machine didn't know it was all hidden and just decided to pull it all up. Since the lady and guy were guiding me through everything, they saw everything. The first photo loaded onto the screen and I saw what it was, so I immediately grabbed my phone and unplugged it from the machine, but the damage was already done, because as soon as the first picture loaded, the next one just started to appear on the screen, and then the next one and the next one, until the whole screen was full of all our nudes/porn. I tried to block the screen from them both and muttered something like, well shit, that's embarrassing, yeah, what do you even say at a time like that? But they both saw, and the lady just says, well maybe we'll just come back later. Needless to say, they both went away pretty quick after that and I didn't make any eye contact with them. What's even worse though was I still couldn't get the machine to work still, so after making sure all those pictures were gone from my camera roll, I called over another girl who didn't see what happened, who worked there to help with the machine. She couldn't do it either, so of course, she called over the same two from before, and after exchanging some weird looks to me, they helped me get the actual pictures I wanted. Well, that's one pharmacy I can't ever go back to now. Luckily my GF found it all funny when I got home and she liked the picture I got her of both of us. Too long didn't read, I went to print out some photos of me and my GF together as a going away present. Couldn't get the photo machine to work, so called over the old lady and her assistant who worked there for help. They accidentally saw all me and my GF's nudes/porn on the huge machine screen. Can't ever go back there again. I'm sweating. The second-hand embarrassment from reading this is insane. First-hand embarrassment was also pretty bad. I cannot imagine a photo machine so complicated it takes 3 people to figure it out. Also, why is nobody trained on it? Probably not the takeaway I should be getting here, but still. Lol, she called the same 2 pp over again. Your embarrassment couldn't get worse. I used to work the photo lab at Walmart. Definitely seen some weird stuff. At least your incident was accidental.